Hey, what's going on, guys? Cage here again. This time we're doing day 3. Day 3 is actually one of the not so hard, not so bad days in the game. It moves pretty quickly. But yeah, well, let's get to it. And I always find it funny how almost every level he has to jump out of a plane or jump out of something. He's always doing this falcon dive. Okay, now from the start here, when I land and break the machine, you're going to see me doing something wrong, and I would advise you not to do this. You'll notice some of the enemies have been damaged, specifically the noobs. Instead of attacking like how I did, I would advise destroy that machine first. The machine, you can destroy it with just one bullet shot. I've seen videos of people that just go up to it and whack it, and that takes way too long. All you gotta do is just do one shot with the bow and it'll destroy it. That's pretty much it. I mean, chain, steel on bone. And like I stated, I believe in day 2, the berets, they can block your steel on bone, so be careful. I mean, there's not really too much I'm gonna have to say about most of this day. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. There's only a few parts that's really hard, but other than that, it's a walk in the park for the most part. Now I'm gonna switch to my dragon sword so I can take care of these guys really quickly with the same technique. And you'll notice something about the berets. They always, when they try to come after you, and I got the wrong person. When they try to run after you, they're always so predictable. I mean, all you gotta do is wait a little bit. They're gonna do this slide towards you. And there's a mistake I did again. Just don't do that. But yeah, they always tend to do a slide towards you, so you can just slide and then do a wind path. And that's like a guaranteed easy way to get them. Now you'll notice how I did it again when I talked about in day 2 about the shuriken canceling. I tend to do it a lot. It's just a habit I got used to doing. And just to probably let me just go into it a little bit more since I talked about it just briefly in day 2. But as far as shuriken canceling, and before I get into it actually, when you get your UT ultimate technique, use it. I mean, don't just hold it like that, like how I did. You might as well get some points off of it and kill enemies faster. I come from Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2, where I got used to playing the game without using ultimate techniques, just for difficulty wise, just so I can improve better. So that's probably the reason why you see me sometimes not using an ultimate technique. Just a habit I got used to doing. But yeah, I mean, climb up this wall. I mean, the first few couple of fights are not too bad. Not this next fight, but the one after it is the one that most people tend to have trouble with. This is the first fight that people tend to have trouble with. And I'll mention the second one when we get there. Now here you're going to be ambushed by the dogs. And what I would do is just spam the on landing 360 triangle. Or or Y if you're on an Xbox. Just spam it over and over again. I mean, it's the easiest way to kill him. This guy got fed up of him. I was like, screw you, I'm just gonna kill you. Now I think there's like 4 spawns with these guys. So it's just keep at it, and you should be able to kill him. That's the second spawn. I think this is the last one. If not, there might be one more after it. Yeah. Now remember how I talked about in day 2 with the shurikens? Shurikens, they act kind of like a magnet. So like when you throw them towards something, you kind of curve yourself to get closer to that target. Now, this is the fight I was telling you about that most people tend to have trouble with. Honestly, it's not really that bad. Once you start, jump, shoot both of the machines. Get them out of the way first, because once you get them out of the way, that's less traffic to deal with. Now again, take the berets out first, because they are the threat, and they can kill you really quickly because they're so horribly programmed. And the dogs, they're such a nuisance and they're so annoying. But when you've died enough times, you'll know exactly why. Now you see how I don't know if you was able to keep up with what I was doing, because I did so many things so quickly. But what I did there is I obliterated the guy, threw a shuriken to stun the dog because the dog I think was about to attack, and then I obliterated another guy. I mean, just when you get used to doing stuff like that, you kind of get used to it. Now here I stopped it. I didn't think the beret was actually gonna be coming, so I hit triangle for the steel and bone to end it, when I should have actually hit square, and I probably could have been able to get him. Now here I didn't want to risk it. I technically should have killed the beret, the one that was behind me, but I didn't want to risk it because this is one of those fights, is if you die more than once, it kind of gets old and pretty annoying. Now here I'm trying to just clean up the dogs, whoever's left, since all the berets have been dead. And all they're trying to do here is grab. You'll notice that, and it's really annoying because, and I'll talk about what the definition of annoyance is when we get to day 5. And if day 5 is not bad and it's not hard, it's only hard and annoying if you're going for karma and points. If you're not going for points, it's a pretty easy day, and honestly, to be honest, it's actually fun. But if you're going for points, any level that has the ninjas in it, you're gonna hate. But more on that in 2 days. No, you probably noticed again, I saved my ultimate technique. It's just the habit I've gotten so used to doing, and I honestly shouldn't have. And I lost it now. So pretty much here, after you break the 2 machines, just go up there so you can spawn the wave, and then come back down. When you come back down, the rocket launcher guys, they would rarely be able to hit you. Now this third guy, I just did this just for points, but normally just do what you've been doing. Now, technically, you could have just shot them with the bow, and it would have been the easy route, but I was like, I'm gonna try Daredevil style. I get the first guy. The second guy should have been hit. I don't know what happened, and I lost it. Just come clean this guy up and get to the save point. Okay, now, actually one of the hardest parts actually before this one but since there's a little bit of time here before that part comes, let me just go over shuriken canceling again, because it's a very important topic, and should really get into the habit of doing it here. You know, there's a guy here, just before I start talking, there's a guy here, so buffer it, start spinning the analog stick and hit square and turn Xbox X, so you can break off instantly without damage. But anyway, shuriken canceling goes back to that. Very important. Shout outs to my buddy Franchise Boy, who came online. But anyway, the shuriken canceling is very important. What it does is it allows you to recover quickly, stop others from hitting you. Also, when you've seen me do it a lot, it's a good habit for you to get into, and it saves you. It saves you a lot, because when you recovery, and especially in this game, recovery is so bad. I would really advise learning it. Even rewatch these videos, because I do it a lot. Okay, first here, this is actually one of the hardest fights in the day. What you do in the beginning, take those two rocket launcher guys out. Now, Ryu being a genius, he aimed for the dog. And honestly, they should have had a way to steal on bone the dogs. They're the only enemy in the game that you cannot steal on bone, which makes no sense. I mean, the bugs I don't count as an enemy, so it's just stupid. I think there's, I believe, 3 spawns of the rockets besides the first one. You have then 2 more after, I believe. Now here you can tell how amazing the frame rate is. Douchebag stopped me. But here I'm trying to use my ultimate technique. Didn't really get too much, but I think I got like 4 guys. Now always, if you ever do a steal on bone like how I did right there, when you do a steal on bone in the air, always, I can't stress this more than I have. Well, I actually haven't done that, but I can't stress this enough. Always end with an on landing. When after you do the steal on bone in the air, come down with an on landing 360. It's the safest method, plus it's protective, and it'll save you a lot. Now here I have like no health, so besides, and I don't know if I have mentioned this before or not, but the on landing 360 is a weak attack, but with a scythe. But there's one good thing about it, is it builds up Nimpo really quickly. Now here I used my Nimpo because I obviously had no health. But look who's left. The 2 most annoying enemies in the game. Stupid berets and stupid dogs. Like they couldn't have added noobs in here instead of these. Now I don't know what the hell happened there. I targeted one guy, jumped off one guy's back, and he hit the other guy, which made no sense. But I'll take it, I guess. As long as you're far away from them, they're going to spam shurikens, and as long as you're like midway range, they're going to try to chase you. Now here, I was freaked out because I was like, I don't want to die right now. And see how they did that slide? It's very important. You know that's predictable. That's pretty much it. Now here, they surrender here, so you might as well just steal and bone them. Now I actually, the run before this, when I was recording this, I actually got to this last wave, and I had no health left. That was my first try, and you can obviously tell because I screwed up and died. But the dog, there was only one dog, and everything else was destroyed. And the dog grabbed me and I died. And it was such bullshit because I flicked the stick to to dodge, but obviously when the game knows you're gonna die, it doesn't let you do what you want. Okay, now here's another Crash Bandicoot type of scene, which is stupid and lame and pointless. I'll talk more about that when we get to the Dino Chase, because that's even more lamer than this. Okay, so when you get down here, I haven't counted, but I'm pretty sure it's 3 helicopters you have to kill. Right here, you have to destroy. You can't really kill a helicopter, but right when you start, it's obviously they're gonna rain rockets at you, so you might as well move. And you obviously know the big ones that are gonna come down by the placement on the water, but that's one down. But move, go back and forth, and then shoot. Don't run, jump, shoot, run, jump, shoot. Like, you gotta wait for them for the rockets to empty, and then shoot. That was the second helicopter. This is the third one. It's either 3 or 4, I'm not sure. Now here you can technically have your scythe out if you want. Yeah, there's 4 of them. You can technically have your scythe out, so if it's risky that you think you're gonna get hit, you can do the on landing like how I showed you in day 2 when you fight the boss at the end. Same scenario. Since you can run on water, why not? Now this right here, I've only done this once, and honestly I don't know how I did this. But corner, right here, once you go straight, there's a guy that comes out. I've only managed to dodge him once. How, I don't remember, and it was, I believe, on my hard run. Okay, this part right here is annoying. I mean, it's not hard, and it's just a pointless fight. It would have been better off just letting you climb the wall and get inside the base. But honestly, you can literally just stand right here, if not back, and just spam your bolt. You'll instantly kill them. I mean, you'll make them bloody because they blew up from the fuel tank. But you can literally just stand here in the back and then just spam the bolt like a few times. Just keep spamming it until the whole thing's over. And there's damage I couldn't avoid because the game doesn't realize you should be invincible when you're doing that. Now again, remember when I talked about in day 2, depending on where you obliterate them, back, front, or side, he's going to do a different obliteration. And here I was like, I don't want to die. And honestly, it took me a while to get past this part because I was debating how greedy do I want to be as far as points go. And there's times, and later on I believe day 8 and some in day 5. But when I get there, I'll show you. I was really greedy, but then after dying so many times, I'm like, it's not worth it. I just want to get through it and just screw it. And especially the ninjas. Once you meet the ninjas and you know how they function, you're gonna really hate them. And the way to rank in this game is obviously spamming Steel on Bone. No, I figured he's the last guy. I mean, it's either me or him. So I took that one chance, but Okay, so now we're making our way through the cave, and I believe the cave, and gonna head up to the base. Well, the area to the base to get into the museum. Kind of like the multiplayer map with which no one really plays. In the watchtower stage. Slowly making our way there. I mean, just keep following, keep going straight. The ground's gonna break, and this is probably say this is about the halfway mark through the level. If not, maybe like 60% or something like that. So you're not too far off. Okay, so this is where we start to go inside the base. Only one quote-unquote hard fight, but yeah, you got the scythe. Honestly, there's nothing really that bad anymore, and you'll see why I say that when we get there, because you can technically do what I do, and you won't have a problem at all. Now, when we get to the Dino boss, the strategy I use for the first part was not my strategy, so I'll be giving credits to the guy who actually did it, and I'll mention him when I get there. It's a very genius strategy, and honestly didn't realize why I didn't think of it. And it's pretty simple. Kind of feels like common sense, but whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna give him credit for this, since he was the one who made that. At least from watching his video, that's what I saw. Okay, so I did die here, mainly because the game didn't target who it's supposed to target. Now here, if you jump and shoot your bull, he's gonna target up there for no freaking reason. And there's my friend Lily. But yeah, I mean, he's gonna target for no reason. It targets the armored guy for no reason. Now here I was trying to do a steel and bone, but he fell off, so I was like, whatever. When you get there, just do the on landing like that. These guys, just shoot them with the bow. Don't even bother. First time I tried this, I was trying to do a steel and bone, but I was like, you know what, it's not even worth it. I use a noob here. Now, when you slide into them, you interrupt them, like I mentioned in day 2 again. When you slide into them, you interrupt them. So, like, say if you're doing the steel and bone and then you slide towards them, you can interrupt them. So that will make your steel and bone. If you're gonna do the sliding version with the shuriken, it'll make that pretty safe. Well, you gotta time it right though. So knock this guy out. Now I do something here that I honestly didn't intend to do, and I'm gonna shoot a noob in the head, which would have got me an extra 450 points, if not more. But whatever. It is what it is. Now what you want to do here is just stall. Knock out all the rocket launcher guys. Now that's the guy I killed. Knock out all the rocket launcher guys out first. Don't fight these guys. Just run around until you kill all the rocket launcher guys. I think there's like 4 of them. And then right when that's the 4th guy. And once you're done with that, the rest becomes pretty easy. You just use a noob as a source and just chain the steel and bone. Now here I'm just checking if there's any more. Now see how I use the shuriken cancel there? And it saved me because, especially with the scythe, now see how I slid into him? he wasn't able to hit me. And you just keep going. I mean, it's you gotta love those glitches. The next day, day 4, there's gonna be some funny glitches. Well, a couple or so. Now, same move. This one is you should get in the habit of using this move against these guys if you're not gonna do the shuriken slide version of the steel and bone. And here I switched to my dragon sword because it's a faster obliteration. And for the remainder of the walkthrough, I'm not gonna really do that much, just because didn't really feel like dealing with the loading time and all this junk, so I just kept going. Well, again, I had an alt technique. Should have used it on them, but whatever. This is the lucky guy, I guess. And here, when you get to the other side, you're gonna face a chopper, of course. And again, remember what I told you about in day 2? Again, I mean, day 2 has a lot of instances and a reference back from. Your bow is stronger now, so it should knock those rockets out pretty quickly, because it has an explosive attached to it. So technically, you just aim around them and then you should be fine. Now here, this is probably one of the harder fights once you climb up, once you do the flying bird flip up here to the top. Okay, once you land, and I did die here, once you land, jump and then shoot the guy. Shoot the rocket launcher guy. Same move. I mean, it works. Why not use it? Don't know how I dodged that, but now if you see me what I just did there, not the chaining because that happens all the time, but the 360. When you do a 360 triangle, not the on landing. Don't get confused between the two. The on landing is the one that has the iframes. The 360 normal one is the one without the iframes. Again, iframes are the invincibility frames. But yeah, that one, what it did is it gives you space. It gives you breathing room. And when I did that, it backed 2 of the guys off, and it gave me the ability to shuriken the noob and then start to steal on bone. Now here I just figured, why not? Got a few guys, not too bad. It's funny how they scream. Now normally, the circumstance, you'd think, use your Nimpo, right? If you're me, probably not, because I'm too much of a risk taker. And you probably already know that I talked about that in day 1. Now, I'm not sure of the count for how many of these guys. Now, if you throw a guy off, you pretty much kill him. He's instantly dead. Now, I go over this tactic. I'll be going over this tactic that I can use, that you can use against these guys if you're going to use a scythe. It's very simple. Now, you notice how that guy was bloody? You should use him to chain. Again, here, if you're not confident in your skill, use your Nimpo. Just use it. I mean, the 3 alchemists, you'll gain a lot of health back, and you don't get a health regain until you clear the next fight after you jump off the balcony, the top area. Now what I'm doing here is breaking off their magical shield, and what that does is allows me to, not in a sense guaranteed steal on bone, but it's more of like it increases the chances of it not missing. So I highly advise you to use that. Okay, So this part right here, this is the first time I actually went through this with the scythe, so I figured I'd try something new, and it worked pretty well actually. And if you're not comfortable doing this, then I'll explain something else. But you'll notice down when you get down there, after you kill the two noobs that are in there, those two guys, one of them killed by a cutscene, another one you kill. When you jump off, you're gonna do the quick time event to kill one of the noob. Like when you jump off of here. There's a bunch of rocket launcher guys, but there's also a bunch of mutants, the snakes and the brutes. So what I do here, and it's actually a pretty good idea. I use the noob as a source. Throw shuriken, slide, and make sure you have your scythe, so he can just instantly kill him. And then just hit triangle, because you can't chain it after that. Now, if there's two noobs close to each other, then that was risky. But again, that's pretty much what I do. I do risky stuff, and then when you get your ultimate technique, just knock them out. Whatever weapon you desire, just use. I figured since they were all lined up, why not just use the scythe? Or just use it again, rinse, repeat. Use them as a source. Now that guy, I was afraid of him actually hitting me. Now there's two guys left, and I was like, I looked at my health. I had no health, so literally anything would kill me. I was thinking, should I go up there and steal and bone him? Then I was like, you know what? I've died here a couple of times, and I don't want to risk it, so I just shot him with the bow. Now with this done, legitimately the most hardest part is out of the way. The rest is just fighting a few alchemists and a bunch of ghosts. And the ghosts again are the invisible guys. So I know the alchemists are coming up next, so I just pull out the claws. Now you're gonna go up a little bit, and there's gonna be, I believe, rocket launcher guys with them too. Yeah, no. Oh no, it's later. That's the second spawn. I mean, you notice how much room you have here. You have like more room than you need to fight just 3 guys. Again, obviously, once you kill a few of them, reinforcements come. So now, you always gotta make sure you know when it's right to attack. Don't be greedy. Now see, I got lucky there. Because the claws you can dash. So I knew I was gonna miss. When I missed, I knew I wasn't gonna get it. So it's like I just inputted a dash just for security. And they can bump you out of a zone drop like they just did right there. So be careful of that. Now remember when I talked about this on day 1? On Master Ninja, they don't give you more than 3 alchemists at a time. In Ultimate, I believe it's 4 or 5, I'm not sure. And here's where the rocket launcher guys come. But remember what I said in day 1. Be patient with these guys. Be patient, and also, not just be patient. There's always one idiot that's walking around doing nothing, or looking the wrong way, or doing something. You take advantage of that, and you kill him. Now this is the last guy, I think. So, just like with the other ones, I always toy with the last guy just for fun. When you fought them enough, like I have, now he's just bloody, so he's still on bone. But when you fight them enough, you'll know how far their attack is. Like you know how they did that palm fist attack just recently, just early. You'll know how far it goes, and you can stand with confidence away, knowing that won't hit you, because it has a certain range it goes. Like that one. Palm attack. Now, I could have ended this a lot easier if I just used my Nimpo. Now, if you're not going for karma or anything, just do that. I mean, honestly, you get full health, and also, you don't have to worry about it. More rocket launcher, yeah, just shoot them, that's it. It's the last guy actually. Now I'm gonna switch to my dragon sword because I know that the ghosts are coming, so the dragon sword is the best weapon, well, in my opinion, for them, and that's pretty much what I'm comfortable using, so that's what I'm gonna use. Now, I'm not gonna be doing this specific method I'm gonna talk about, but I've seen a guy do this, and if you don't prefer the dragon sword method I use, which is just shuriken, wait for their head to get bumped down so it looks like they stunned like that, and then do a flying swallow. What you can do is actually jump, shoot a bow, and just do running triangle, triangle, square, triangle. Like, kind of like how when the alchemists are powering up, that combo that I talked about, where you do running, triangle, triangle, and then when you're launched, you hit square and then triangle to finish this in a drop. Now, if you're on Xbox, running running YY, and then when they're launched, hit X and then Y. So this is after the bow shot. But another thing you see me do, I think it's on the last guy. What I do is I locate him. I do a wind path off his back, I believe, and once I do the wind path, off his back, I shoot the bow, because once you're on their back, they're stunned. So you shoot the bow, and that launches them because it has an explosive attached to it, like this. And then you can do it in a center drop. Now, I didn't do the wind path, but that's usually what I would recommend if you're gonna do that. Now I pulled out the scythe because I know what's coming up next. It's the stupid dogs again. Once you get inside here, be careful here, because I lost a good chunk of health for no reason because of this stupid crappy excuse for an enemy. This dog. I hate those things. I have yet to see a Ninja Gaiden game without dogs. That'll be something very good. You always have to throw in a stupid animal that's pointless and serves no purpose, just being a nuisance and annoyance. Okay, now here I know there's gonna be two guys here. Once you see them flicker like that, you know that's where they're gonna spawn. I just tried to test to see. There's two guys here. So once you kill this guy, you know there's one guy left. Now I figured he's the last guy, so I'm gonna try to do Steel and Bone. I don't remember if I do it, but and you can't. Something and every time every time you steal on bone them, they drop a grenade. How they do that, I don't even ask. But you can't counter their single tonfa attack. Now here, there's an invisible guy that's gonna grab you. There's a ghost that's gonna grab you. Just let him grab you and then shake him off. It's one less guy to deal with once you kill him. This guy. Now you can bypass him if you run, but I let him grab me because it's one less retard I gotta deal with. technically there. I should have been able to. Is gonna drop him. Now here I'm just going back so I can get the bigger picture of where they are. When you use your bow, you can actually see their stealth camo, I guess, if you want to call it that. There's a lot of them here. It's annoying how there's not much room here, but the amount they throw at you here is ridiculous. Now that right there was stupid. I should have been able to hit him because he put his head down and I did a flying swallow, but it took his health down. That's all it did. Not mean to do that, but I'll take it. It actually helped me out. Now, he shouldn't have been able to block that because he put his head down as stun. Now here I'm just gonna make my way through. Once you stun him, this is the last guy. Now we're gonna head to the lamest boss, one of the lamest bosses in the game. There's a few lame bosses, but this one honestly just makes no sense. It's the dino. And obviously, right off the bat, pull out your scythe. Now, this method I use here to pretty much make him chrome is not my method, and this is by actually one of my subscribers. His ID is Big Alski. He said make sure you go under him and just spam the on landing 360. For two reasons. Well, one, it's easy, and I messed that up a bunch of times, but because I haven't played the game in a while. But yeah, once you just spam it over and over and over again, and this will knock him down really quickly. And he also mentioned part 2 of the dino. Someone, I forgot the guy's name, but someone told him that, and when we get there, I'll actually explain it better that way. Someone told him that if you don't run and jump, now let's see how fast that I took that out. If you don't run and jump when the dino is, this is why you see me just sliding. He falls down really quickly. Something about it. Now this combo I'm using right here is actually pretty advanced, like the first 2 farts. And I was actually thinking of putting a short video, just for me toying around with it, like say in the training mode, showing you how to do it. But I figured I'm going to be using that a lot in day 4 against the boss. So when we get there, I'll show you how to do that. Now this is another Crash Bandicoot fight, runaway thing. It's so stupid and pointless. Now, if you're gonna do it my way here, where you just run, jump, which is technically my preference, I like that because if you run, he just sticks to the wall. But once you jump the second bag, just run, don't jump. Because if you do the running jump that I did like that, he will freeze right at the exit, and you can't move. It's like an instant death, and it's stupid because they want you to do the stupid cinematic where he runs like that. Pretty much done with the day. I mean, just and the dino, and he falls really quickly. Like he'll die really quickly if you do not run and jump. Just slide when you dodge. Just do the slide. Don't even bother running and jumping. Because if you run jump, it'll take him a while to get down. Plus, his health is, for some odd reason, his health is less. And here, Mash, you can't win there unless you're a super button masher. I don't know. We see how I'm sliding now. He's gonna fall right here. Now that move, I'll talk about that a lot more in day 4, and honestly, I'll do like I did with the tutorial I did in day 1, where now see, he's gonna fall again. When you don't run and jump, he falls down pretty quickly. But yeah, I'll do what I did with the tutorial, where I show the move and then I show it in slow motion. Now here I thought he wasn't dead. He was gonna do that little thing where he does the slow motion, but he's actually dead. But yeah, I mean, that's really it. Day 3 is honestly not that bad. It's once you get into the stupid bullshit days like day 6 and 7, especially 7, it gets really annoying. But yeah, again, if you found this video helpful and you took a lot of tips out of this, or enjoyed my gameplay or anything like that, just leave me a like and a favorite, please, and subscribe. There's more coming. There's enemy guides coming after this is done. But yeah, this is Cage, and we'll see you in day 4. And there's my score at the end.